Lastly then, and to complete that circle of the COPC is sharing what you've learned. You know, feeding it back into the community, feeding it back to other researchers and other stakeholders so that they can understand what's going on and benefit from your experience. Okay? So that's COPC in a nutshell. Boy, that's not sexy at all, is it? I'd rather have my stethoscope and working with the clinic because I'm making a lot of money doing that in the office. People are grateful because they come in sick and they leave healthy, hopefully. They like the individual attention I give them. I feel great because I'm being gratified. I've got a nurse working for me, right? So why get out in the community and do all this stuff? Well, I tell you, because you could work in a box clinic for 30 years and take care. You could be the best clinical doctor for 30 years in a set of exam rooms, and at the end of your career, the prevalence of disease in that community is going to be the same as when you started. So really, you look back and say, well, what have I done? I've helped some individuals along the way, but the community as a whole is still the same, maybe worse. So public health, this idea of treating populations, that is so dry, it's like dry toast, right? You're sitting behind a desk, pencil behind the ear, you're dreaming up wellness campaigns and all kinds of ways in which the public's health is going to be improved by providing clean water or traffic safety or occupational health stuff, indoor tobacco, all that stuff, right? I'm not talking about any of that. That's for the public health purveyors. You're a clinician, and I want you to feel comfortable in the clinical realm. What I'm talking about is where that white coat goes off, but you still bring with you all of your clinical experience. Because, you know, let's talk about lead, all right? You go into a community and you start talking about lead, or start talking about lead's a problem, all right? And start talking about it. You can point to your patients and say, my God, you know, I'm treating people with lead. I have kids in my practice that are suffering lower IQs because of lead. You think the public health policy wonk is going to be able to say that? No. They're going to say, well, I read about it in some book. You're living and breathing the problem. And people are going to respond to that. So again, it gives you such high profile and such a moral clarity on the topic that people will respond. And you know, it informs you immediately about how to take on a clinical issue in a community way, because you see how it plays out. You see the disasters of unchecked social determinism. Okay, so that, in a nutshell, is a theory behind which our community medicine curriculum is framed.